I was a scout sniper, and initially, when I arrived in Vietnam, I was assigned to an infantry company, and I was a rifleman. And I also carried white phosphorus grenades that fit on the front end of the rifle. Shortly after that, I was trained as a scout sniper, and we were organized by several of us who were snipers in the company itself. In January of 1967, the Marine Corps decided to organize regimental platoons of scout snipers, and I got transferred to the regimental scout sniper platoon with the 1st Marine Regiment. And you've probably heard people say, I'm with the 1st Marines. Anytime you hear 1st Marines, 5th Marines, that's the regiment. So I was with the 1st Marine Regiment, the 1st Marines. I supported the rifle companies as needed. When they wanted our assets to come out and support them, we would get assigned to them. That was probably somewhere around 50 to 70% of what we did, and then the balance of my assignments were as needed. So they became specialized. We worked in teams of 2. When we were with the infantry, oftentimes we would go out on our own on the flanks or ahead of them and work that way. When it was just a special assignment, sometimes it might be a team or 2 teams that would get sent out with specific instructions to look for a certain target and neutralize that target. I spent some time with Charlie Company, 1st Battalion, 1st Marines, during the summer of 1967. So from about mid-June to early September of 1967, and I supported Charlie Company. I worked with their 3rd Platoon mostly, and was on several different operations with them, as well as several long-range patrols and that kind of support. I felt that I was making a contribution to keeping other Marines, if not alive, at least protecting the group. And that was our approach. We took it upon ourselves to keep our craft up. And sometimes we were viewed by the infantry lieutenants as just an added rifle. And we tried to talk them into using us as we should be used. Sometimes successfully, sometimes not so successfully. In fact, I had a tete-a-tete, if you will, with an infantry lieutenant who was just, he was very upset that we engaged an enemy fighter under fire. He was probably 600 yards from us, and he was running across our front. We spotted him as soon as he appeared out of the brush. And my partner and I, you don't speak a lot when you're a sniper, so you whisper quite a bit. And we both tracked this guy, called out the distance. When he got to a certain point, I was able to take him down. And the way he fell, and by that time my craft was pretty finely honed. He fell, his rifle just went loose, and the brand new lieutenant was on this patrol with us, and he just got unglued. And then he wanted to go across this 600-yard rice paddy just to retrieve the weapon. And, Lieutenant, that's not a good idea. You don't tell me that. I'm a lieutenant in the Marine Corps. Yes, sir, I understand that, but about 10 paces into that rice paddy, the rest of us are going to get killed. This is a heavily contested area. It's been heavily contested since the time of the French-Viet Minh War. This is the area that we operated in at the time. Although the populace was trying to stay as neutral as possible, they got caught up in everything too. The operative approach was that everybody was a potential enemy. Doesn't mean that you maltreat the civilians, but you're wary. In this area, it was heavily contested, as I say. And when the lieutenant wanted to go out and retrieve the weapon, I got so angry I put a round through the dropped weapon and hit the magazine and exploded. And I said, "Now, Lieutenant, it's useless." He didn't like that, but that's okay. And that in turn got me the opportunity to work with the 1st Battalion, 1st Marines, because our colonel, who was very supportive of us and was very supportive of the sniper program, which is brand new to the Marine Corps since the Korean War. So they had eliminated it during that period and resurrected it again during the Vietnam War. And our colonel was very supportive of it and had a word with the lieutenant. But he also had a kind word with me, and he says, "We're going to allow you to go over and work with those good people in the 1st Battalion." Along the way, you come into very strange situations, and people say, "Well, you know, I didn't have such a good day today." I'll tell you what a not good day is. A not good day is when we're out on patrol with the infantry. We lose 3 people to booby traps. We come under very intense fire. The patrol leader is shot about the distance between myself and your cameraman. Spun around. He was dead before he hit the deck. Blood was just streaming right out of his soon to stop pumping heart. That was not a good day, and we had to carry him out. We got more fire, and we didn't see anybody. So the frustration of not being able, you return fire, but you know you're just shooting at something. The other not so good day is, once again, being out with the infantry, and we got engaged by one of their snipers. I laid for 8 hours, unable to lift my head in a pile of buffalo dung. So when people tell me, "I'm not having a good day today," it's okay. I am proud of my service as a Marine. I'm proud of my service as a sniper. Returning home was a bit tough. It took me a while to find my footing. I was very unsettled. Finally, I did find my footing. Was able to successfully stay in college and finish the coursework. And from there, I went on to master's degree, and life has been pretty good from that point on. But the things I learned in the Marine Corps stay with me still today. I've been married to the same woman. This will be 45 years. I met her after I came out of service, and I consider myself a very lucky man to have met this woman and to be with her for as long as we've been together.